Instagram teen accounts have automatic protections for what teens see and who can contact them, plus time management tools. And Instagram will continue adding built-in safety features to help create age-appropriate experiences. Learn more about teen accounts and Instagram's ongoing work to protect teens online at instagram.com/teenaccounts.
Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to the General Hospital recap for March 31st through April 4th, 2025. We have a lot of Port Charles pipelines.
Oh my.
A lot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh my gosh. What did we say that people are so disagreeing or
so I was getting ready to say so in agreement with us.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
All right, so we'll start with Holly. I'm going in the order that they were received. Things I noticed. Okay, you know how I have noticed that the wine pours at the Metro Court are ridiculous? How about the salad dressing? Carly and Jax had a small arugula and orange wedge salad sitting in front of them and like half a gallon of dressing sitting in a pitcher next to them. I like a heavy dress on my salad, but that was enough for a lunch buffet. Listen, as a former server and bartender, yes. What was it? We were just somewhere recently, and I think that I had asked for ranch instead of something, and they brought me like 2 big 3-ounce.
Oh my gosh.
Salad. And I was like, no.
Did you order like some type of chicken something or pizza that they thought maybe you were going to use the rest to dip like your next entree in?
No, because that's what I was originally thinking. I'm like, what the heck did I order the rest for? I can't remember where we were now, though. Oh, that's going to drive me crazy. Oh, well. Okay. I hear you, Holly. Okay, and then from Natasha, hello, just a short tip. Will Cortland was the brother of Dixie Cooney, who was married to Tad Martin.
There you go.
By Michael E. Knight, who plays Martin. Melanie was also the name of Will's other sister. So I don't know if she sent that after I mentioned the passports were Will and, because we talked about the fact that Will and Melanie were brother and sister. Oh, because is that how we got on the Martin and who should his ex be?
Yes.
I think that's where we majorly squirreled. And then from Michael, I've been listening for a while. You are both really good at this, and your take on GH is similar to my own.
Aw, thank you.
Hey, Michael. I was listening to your latest recap, and you mentioned the camera panning to the picture of Michael and Morgan. I think that Morgan will be the big bad behind the attempt on Sonny. He's been pulling the strings for a while. He holds his father responsible for everything that has happened. Just a thought.
Oh, that would be good.
Oh, he's going to be devastated that he did that to Michael, though.
Yes.
Okay. And it's from Aisha. So she wrote, thanks for reading my GH pipeline. So we have signed. It just says, thank you. Hi, Shannon and Amanda. Thanks for including my GH pipeline in your program. I spent so much time editing my last email to you, making sure it was coherent and to the point. Girl, do you listen to our show? I mean, we do our best.
Are we ever coherent? I'm not sure that that's a word we know.
But as we just mentioned, I was like, how did we even get on that little rant? That I didn't realize I didn't sign off. Feel free to use my name in future podcasts.
Oh, thanks.
Well, we absolutely will. And thank you so much for understanding that, because, sometimes people just want to have an opinion anonymously, and that's totally fine.
Yep.
But your email was great. Okay. And then back to Natasha. Sheila Carter. Hello. Sheila Carter is a mixture of Nell, Esme, and Helena to the 10th power.
Wow.
Whew, she is a woman who killed someone with bees. When Sheila first started on Young and the Restless, she was a delightful nurse until she had an affair and became obsessed with Dr. Scott Granger so much that she stole his baby when it was born and has had a vendetta against his wife for over 20 years. She has kidnapped Lauren and tried to kill on numerous encounters even after Scott died. There's too much to say about Sheila, so please see the link below. Oh, and it's her whole fandom. We're not reading this right now.
Okay. But good information.
Ooh,
I think I vaguely remember hearing about the storyline where she used bees, but now that makes me wanna check her out.
To say your reaction to the Nell, Esme, and Helena period end of sentence was correct.
Right,
Like the
right,
but times 10?
man.
Oh, that's bad. Okay, Port Charles Pipeline. Listening to this week.
Oh
Okay,
no.
listening to this week's podcast, and Shannon, I love you so much. The way your emotions get the better of you unexpectedly is so pure and real.
Aw.
It's exactly how I felt and react to certain parts of the show, and hearing you react the same way makes me feel okay about my reactions. This show has been a piece of my life, my entire life. These characters are real to me. These people are a part of my everyday. When we lose someone like Sam or Valentine, I cry and I cry hard. I cry at the good stuff too. Me too. Like all the flashbacks of Lucky and Liz, I cry. Anytime Jason tries to protect Carly from herself and we get to see their friendship at its strongest, I cry. I would agree with that, except for this week. We'll get into that, but it's just like she's being extra ridiculous. This is like
Yeah.
Emma and Anna talking about Alan and Edward. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
girl, we are going to have a conversation. I bawled, really. My point is, thank you for making me feel like it's okay to have these reactions to a TV show. You're welcome. Aw, and then she goes on to defend me and says how ridiculous it is that Amanda gives me a hard time. I know that you're joking because we're looking at each other. Aw.
Well, if I come off a different way, then I apologize because that is not at all how I mean it. I guess it's part of our friendship that just there's things that I say that are ridiculous. Maybe they're not on the show that you make fun of me for, and so it's just part of. I say it all the time. I love you. Even whenever you're crying and
I
I'm
know,
laughing
like you
at
always
you,
do. You go, I
I'm
love that
like,
you're such a
I'm like,
dork.
I love that you're such a dork. Yes, exactly. It's part of our friendship. But I in no way mean an insult towards you or anyone else because there are silly things or things that other people may view as silly that I cry about all the time too. So emotions are emotions, and everyone has the right to show those over whatever it is that causes those emotions.
If anything, sometimes that's actually what makes me cry more, is because you call me out on it before I even do it sometimes. Because I'll just like take a pause, and that's when
Yes,
you start
yes.
laughing.
Right, because I can see your face. I'm like, oh, here we go. But
You also
no,
tell me I'm cute a lot, though. Like one of my sisters used to tell me that she loved to make me cry because my eyes got really pretty,
they
or I was so,
do.
or
They
because I
do.
got so pretty when I cry. And I'm like, thanks. But
That is true.
I was like, well, yay. I'm glad that my eyes are so great after I cry.
But yes, no, I love the emotion that you show. I just have to call you a dork because it's one of those things that's part of our friendship. So
Yes. But yes, you are not alone with the crying. And Amanda really is just teasing me like a friend.
absolutely. But I feel like I do. I guess I honestly do. I laugh at you because it is so cute because you
Because then
start
I laugh
talking
at you
and
laughing at
then
me.
your like voice starts to crack and you get this look like you want to like just stop for a couple minutes, but we're recording, live, so we keep
Yep.
moving on and I laugh and then you start crying. But I say to you, "Oh my God, I love you. You're such a dork." And I do. Like that's my genuine feelings. So
Yeah.
I'm
And
not
that's the thing. I feel
sure.
like you say it in a very sweet way that it's like, I almost feel like that's actually giving me permission to. Because, like you just said, it sounds like I want to stop. And you're like, no, just go with it.
Right. Like those are your
Yeah.
feelings. Show it. But yeah, I'm gonna laugh at you because Valentine has left multiple times, and every single time you cry over it. And so it's like,
No, this one was a
okay,
different cry. This
it
one was
was
a,
different because it's more finalized or whatever. And I also think it's funny. Again, there's things that I cry about also, but I also think it's funny just in soap world in general, because as we know, it doesn't matter if he is officially done today. If tomorrow they find a reason for him, he may be back. So until the actor themselves actually dies, there is no like, oh, this is definitely the end. You don't know that that's the last time you're going to see them. So I just kind of always hold that hope that they're going to come back because it will make the storyline interesting. And so I don't get upset unless I know that it's like, like whenever Bobby passed away or like this
right.
week with the Monica stuff, it's like, okay, this isn't like they're never coming back. They're never whatever.
Right. Yep. And then Louise, I'm back. Hello, my lovelies. I am currently listening to Lucky Part 27, and I'm so excited for the Helena's Curses 411. I am an awful, can't leave a question unanswered dame. Can't tell you how many times you ladies have brought up a wait, is that right moment that has sent me running to Google. Oh, you listen to our show. You know that we do that to ourselves all the time.
So much Google time.
But I digress. The actual reason for this note is to thank you for this lucky deep dive. Oh, thank goodness. I have been really wondering if this has been too much. But there's literally not been anything we could have glossed over or I think.
No. Especially since we're getting the characters back and they're reflecting on where they were when they were younger. Like, we have to tell the whole story to make the picture understandable. So.
Yep. I was not really around for the Jacob Young or Greg Vaughn years. I'm filling in so many holes. Yay. And did they reference one of them this week? I can't remember. That would actually be fun to start tracking too. When does Lucky refer to himself, but it wasn't Jonathan Jackson?
Yeah, that would be fun.
Okay. Got to get back to the grindstone. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. See you at the beer. Oh, I am so glad that we'll keep doing it for her. Okay, that would be crazy though to do one of Helena's curses.
Yes.
And did they? Oh, and you know what we forgot to mention in the pipeline last week?
What?
Yeah, we just had our 6th anniversary.
Oh my
on
gosh.
the 1st.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's been 6 years.
That's insane.
Yep. Oh, so we're in season 7 now. Shoot, I need to go change that. Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Who would have thought? You thought we were going to go for 6 months.
I did.
I didn't think it was going to be 7 years. I didn't think we'd have people writing in, interviewing. I didn't think we'd interview anyone.
That's the craziest part.
Mm-hmm.
And that started so quickly. Like, it really was.
It was August.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty quick because
it was. Because we saw Bradford right after we started.
And I went and saw Sean Kanan the weekend of my birthday because he had released that book.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we spoke to him pretty quickly after I went to Barnes and Nobles too. Thank goodness for Steeler Sunday because nobody else was in the place except for he and I.
That's awesome.
Who would have thought that? When I was a teenager watching Sean Kanan going, you know, that one day I would just be sitting in a Barnes and Noble with him for a half hour. And then he talked to us at his friend's house. And
right. He was so chill.
Yeah. That's the crazy part is, I mean, Michael Sutton talked to us at the gym or something like that. We got, we were with Real Andrews as he renewed his driver's license.
Yes. You know,
all that craziness. It's been a lot.
It has. It's been fun.
I forgot our anniversary. Happy anniversary.
It's kind of like whenever you've been married for so long, like it's just like, oh yeah, another year. Very grateful to still be here doing this, but at the same time, the weeks just roll into each other. You don't really recognize that it's been a whole nother year.
Exactly. Especially this past year has just been crazy for both of us. It's like
I think I've seen you like 6 times total.
I know. And most of it's been recently.
Yep.
Alrighty. Oh, well, we could do another. If it's nice on Mother's Day, we could record by the pool again.
Oh, that would be nice.
Didn't we do that? That's what we did for Mother's Day last year, right?
I think that was Mother's Day. I'm not positive, but I know that we did. We did pool time.
Yes, that was fun. All right, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Looking at the 90-day forecast. Right now it says 65 degrees and rainy on Mother's Day, but I'm not believing it.
Right, we got some time.
Yes. Okay. So then we have Hulu headlines. On Monday, Jason and Sonny's plans are thwarted. Molly gets devastating news. Kai confides in Trina. Emma opens up to Anna. Drew feels betrayed. On Tuesday, beloved Port Charles residents come together in a special episode honoring the 62nd anniversary of General Hospital. Okay. And the opening of the Dr. Monica Quartermaine Cardiac Care Center. On Wednesday, Carly and Brennan are on the same page. Maxie gives Lucas a push. Laura shares a meal with Sonny. Diane conducts a job interview. And Sasha issues a warning. Then on Thursday, Jocelyn is suspicious. Carly questions Lucas. Sasha and Jason share a warm moment. Natalia argues with Sidwell. Portia lays down the law. And on Friday, Jason and Carly navigate their differences. Ava gets shocking intel. Ty and Trina are interrupted. Curtis and Drew trade accusations, and Joss learns her fate. Dun dun dun. Oh, shoot. Real quick, I forgot to say that this upcoming 411 is back to Lucky and Liz. So it's Lucky and Liz part 19.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Now let's go to this week. Where do we want to start?
Oh man. Tuesday was rough. Tuesday was rough. I'll call us both dorks because I'm sure you were crying and I definitely was on that one because just all the stuff. Well, I don't know if it was Tuesday or not, but hearing Emma talk about the reasons why she had to protect the crypt and
that was Monday.
Was that Monday?
That's when I started. I was like, so I watched everything Friday night, all 5 episodes.
Oh, geez.
And I had a hard week. So there was a lot of emotions happening to begin with.
Yes. I watched, I guess I watched Monday, Tuesday together, and there was stuff going on here too that had me emotional. And so that did not help. Like Ryan walked up and I was like, just, I'm going to cry through this. I don't know if you want to sit here and watch it or not. And he was like, it doesn't seem like it's much storyline. It's like throwback stuff. And I was like, yes, because we're on the anniversary. So he did not watch with me, but he actually kind of teased me the way I tease you of like, oh my gosh, you're a dork. You're crying over whatever. But like the fact that Robin continued to tell Emma that story like the whole time that she was growing up. Because Emma was too little. Yeah. She wouldn't have really got it. She wouldn't have really remembered it. So the fact that Robin was like, no, Edward gave up his life so that you were here. And Alan was the one that supported me through my diagnosis and got me on the right meds and whatever, and that Anna could admit that she wasn't around.
Became a doctor.
Yes. And Anna was like, I'm sorry I wasn't there to support her during that time. It was one of my biggest regrets. And it's like, thank you for remembering that. Because sometimes when her and Felicia talk, it's like, really? Like her, Felicia, and like Alexis.
Anna has always, I feel like Felicia and Alexis, absolutely. But Anna has always been I wasn't here for that. At least that's how I feel. I feel like she'll listen, but she's like, yeah, I wasn't here for that. I'm so sorry.
She's better about it than the other two. Sometimes I still think she forgets, but for the most part, she is better. But yeah, the fact that they just, could have that whole conversation and that you did see the softer side of Emma. I liked, we talked last week, you said that you liked it was a new actress because of the character shift, but I like that they also brought it back to like the original Emma storyline of she has a soft spot for these people and why she has it. So, I teared up at that. And then on Tuesday, whenever they were getting ready to dedicate the wing, and it was announced that Monica wouldn't be able to go because she's still having respiratory issues. And I love seeing Laura struggle. Like she was talking to Curtis and she's like, I don't know that I can give this speech because it was meant to be like to Monica. Monica was going to be there. And I don't know. Just whenever they stand in front of that darn wall with all the pictures, like they can't be in front of that wall. It gets me.
Well, and so Monica has not died. And that's what I thought Tracy was going to say to. Let's just do Tuesday because it was pretty much very standalone. And that's the thing I was trying to figure out, is this a completely standalone episode? But Laura referenced Lulu talking to Alexis. So this is still in timeline because I was thinking, I was really, 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 really hoping I was hoping that they recorded this who knows how long ago.
And that Monica would be there.
And that Monica was going to be and I think that's what broke my heart was she wasn't, because as soon as they talked about that, I was like, dang it. Like if this was done, this would not have been done 6 months ago. Like they wouldn't have known yet that they wouldn't have had that dialogue,
Right.
Although, and I don't feel like they would have gone back and shot a single scene just to change one line, because that was really the only line that kept us in current storyline, other than the fact that like Liz wasn't there. So I was a little confused by that. I mean, I know why she was, because we stayed in storyline. So she's actually in the hospital, but nobody went and talked to Liz about the fact that we were missing. She was not going, her even trying to get downstairs to be there for the hospital that her grandfather founded.
Right.
The anniversary.
Right. Or even just a live stream, like within the hospital, they should have closed circuit TV that all the patients didn't have the option of watching.
Right. And that Jason wasn't there, especially where Sonny was the silent benefactor. And I loved, who did he say it to? Oh, it was Alexis, who was like, I happened to see the paperwork sitting on Diane's desk. And then part of me was like, Diane did not leave that out for you to just read. She
Right.
trusts you, but she doesn't do that. He said, because she was like, I'm surprised that you did it because she hated you. And he's like, yeah, but I respected her,
Yeah.
And so I was
Right.
kind of surprised that Jason wasn't there. Yeah, but then Donna asked to go give Auntie or Grandma Bobby a kiss,
Mm-hmm.
and they go do that every time they're at the hospital. They go say hi. Carly told Felicia that Bobby would be so proud of her, and they talked about Bobby.
Yeah.
I like how Laura inadvertently told Curtis, well, maybe the money came from somebody that, she didn't really like, but is really important to someone Monica loves.
Right. Right. Exactly. Oh, and I liked Tracy talking to Ned about how Edward was so upset that Alan betrayed the family business and went and became a doctor, but that she was thankful for it because of how much the whole family is intertwined with the hospital. And Ned was like, are you actually admitting that maybe Alan was right? And she was like, yes, no. I don't want to say that.
And what else was there? Oh, Tracy telling Stella about Monica.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Stella was like, you go visit the people that you've lost so much. She's like, you're always going to Gregory's bench. You go to the crypt. Oh, I guess should we talk about the crypt real quick? It didn't get torn down but Anna did have to arrest Emma, and the guys picked Tracy up, but then
I was so impressed. Whatever her exercise routine is, I absolutely need to know like every detail. I know I've said it often because so many of them look amazing, but the fact that she had the muscle control, she sat crisscross applesauce the entire way that they carried her. I couldn't have done that at 6. There's no way I could do that now. Oh my God.
Who was it? Yuri was like, drop your weight.
Yes, yes. Oh, that was amazing. But anyway, God.
No, that was really, really good. And then suddenly Diane shows up and she has the cease and desist that Monica had actually already worked this out, which part of me is like, why wasn't this on file then? I guess you can filter it so you find only what you're looking for.
Right.
But Monica had already previously struck a deal. Okay, was it already previously, or did she just happen to do it right then and there, where she called the land trust and did exactly what Emma and Gio had talked to Ned about?
I think that it was done beforehand, but it was done just like hours beforehand, because when Emma went to court and the prosecutor was like, no, I want her to be arrested or, stay in jail with no bail because she's a flight risk, blah, 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 blah. And Tracy was like, no, this was already decided before Emma sat down and tied herself or locked herself to the crypt. So she wasn't actually breaking a rule. Whenever she looked through the paperwork, the timestamp was before. So.
Okay. So it hadn't been done well before, but it had been done before. Okay.
Yes.
But just like this week before, not
right.
Weeks and years ago or whatever. So, but then that's when Mac had to come and show Anna that Emma has had a bunch of arrests, and we can get into all that later. But I feel like that was important to talk about just because they were just talking about how Tracy went to the crypt and everything. I guess we could have actually kept that separately, but I will. And then Stella suggested what you did with they could just record it and show it to Monica, the ceremony.
That was Curtis. Curtis said, I'll make sure that she gets a copy.
Yep. There was something. Oh, I didn't cut off. I started. Maxie gave all the nurses Deception gift bags.
Yes, yes. And that was really cute because she was like, the staff at GH took care of me and now they're taking care of my kids. And she kept referencing James and how he gets hurt all the time and how he'll definitely be back because,
Yep.
he's a crazy boy who likes to do crazy things and gets hurt or whatever. And then Felicia, oh my gosh. Stella. I don't know why her name just completely went out of my brain. Felicia and Stella made the joke. Oh, do the patient advocates get some of these nice swag bags? Like, hey, and Maxie handed those over too. So,
Yeah.
and Amy was being Amy talking about, do you know how expensive this whole is? This is a really good
Oh,
bag.
I liked it. I like that we now have the Monica Quartermaine Cardiac Care Center.
Hmm.
I did think it was a little bit of a weird tribute, though. Like, okay, first of all, we still have to have Monica die. Like,
Right. Right. I didn't like, I would like to understand why they did the timing the way that they did because
mhm.
like obviously the plaque was dedicated to her, but then it just has this year on it where I would have waited until she passed and then had her years of like service on it.
Oh, but it only had this year, which means it was the established date of the cardiac
Right.
center.
Right.
So that makes sense, but I know what you're saying. But yeah. I mean, that's why I kind of thought maybe they recorded this months ago because they could have known, okay, it's going to be a standalone episode on the anniversary. We're going to release this episode.
Hmm.
And they could have done it a year ago, you know? So,
Right.
but no, I mean, I cried when that's the thing. Like, I don't think I actually cried when on Tuesday during, because then they talked about how, or Laura gave her speech and she said about how, a really bad candy striper can become mayor one day, you know?
Yes. Yeah, I didn't cry when they were in the actual cardiac center. Like I felt like those speeches were uplifting and kind, but whenever they were reminiscing about the people, like I said, it's that
Yeah.
darn wall, the wall of pictures. If they're in front of the wall of pictures, I have tears because
The
it's like,
second that they
man,
showed Alan, I'm like, or in Edward, and I'm like, "Ugh,
yes.
okay, we're done." But they didn't show any flashback videos. Like I was really surprised that
Me too.
like when Emma was talking to Anna about Edward, I mean, why couldn't they just do the thumbs up? They didn't
Right.
have to show Emma. They
Hmm.
could have just shown him giving the thumbs up through the window and knowing that he saved her.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I was surprised when Terry was talking to Portia and saying, "Well, you know, it's the 62nd anniversary." I just kind of assumed they were going to at least show like the intro from back then like they do with the,
Hmm.
sirens
Yeah.
and stuff. And then she didn't and I was like, "Oh, that's odd. I would have thought we would have got some." But
Yeah.
yeah, it was a
And
good.
then Mac picked up Anna. Was she getting blood work done?
She was doing her whatever she gets, that blood treatment she gets all the
Okay.
time. Yeah.
But did they actually say that? Or were we just supposed to assume that?
We were just supposed to assume that.
Okay, because that's what I was like, why aren't we talking about the fact that she's doing this? Because then Maxie later in the week said about how she had just some routine blood work to get done. And
Yes.
I assume that has to do with her heart or just the fact that, we're older now and we just get routine blood work because that happens. Um, but, they talk about how, the hospital has fit into their life and everything and about that she was going to go down then to the thing. And then Alexis had been at a meeting with Curtis and she was like, oh, might as well stay for the dedication.
Right.
I did like when Alexis and Laura talked, and Laura talked about how, like, she doesn't really know how to respond to Alexis. And Alexis is like, Sam wanted Lulu to have her kidney.
Mm-hmm.
Her dying had nothing to do with that. Like, they're
Right.
completely separate. And I was like, oh, that's so kind because I don't know that I'd be able to separate that this close, like this soon.
Mm-hmm.
But intellectually, you do know that.
You do. You do. But I like that as much as they always have Laura like so put together and her words so carefully chosen and she just seems to be on top of everything that when they're talking about that situation that she does like stumble over her words and say like I mean she flat out said I'm saying this all wrong like I don't
Mhm.
know how to say this and it's like yeah exactly because I don't know anyone who would be able to have that conversation and word it exactly right and be all prim and proper like Laura normally is in like a business sense talking about this because it's not a business
Right.
matter. Like your kid died, even though she was an adult. She was your kid. Your kid died because she was in the hospital helping my kid. What words are there? So
Is it her kidney?
liver. It was our liver.
It was her liver. Okay, why did I say kidney?
I thought you said liver. But that's how much I just assumed. Yeah, it was right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was liver. Sorry. As soon as I'm just sitting here and I'm like, that was not correct. It was not kidney, but right. That's not what killed Sam. And
Yeah,
even if it is what killed Sam, Sam made the choice to be there and to do it.
right. She knew the risks. I mean, as much as no
Right.
one thought anything bad would happen, you sign all that paperwork that says, I understand that could be a side effect of this.
Right. And then we see, so the only flashbacks they had during that entire episode were of Lucy's dresses. And I didn't like that we had that whole thing with Lucy going on. And then she's telling Jens about the nurse's ball and is asking for him to underwrite. And then he decides he wants to underwrite the whole thing. He just can't have anyone else associated with it. And I'm sorry, Lucy and Monica butt their heads. That was not very Lucy like to seriously interrupt the dedication of a new wing to announce that Jen Sidwell was going to be underwriting the entire nurses' ball. I felt like that was Lucy is unaware of herself a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but like I really found it hard to believe that she would do that.
Yeah, I would have been okay if she would have done it because the presentation was over. Like it was done. Everyone that needed to speak had spoken. It was done. So I would have been okay if she was off to the side, not at the podium, and been like,
Yeah.
wait, before you guys walk out, let me tell you some exciting news. The fact that she stood at the podium, like we're assuming that it's being recorded to be televised, whatever, that didn't feel like Lucy would jump into
Mm-hmm.
that situation. But yeah, I mean, I loved her dresses, and obviously that's part of the nurse's ball and like the joke about her having wardrobe malfunctions and stuff. But I don't know. I felt like that was weird that she showed up at his house with those because it didn't seem like it was planned. It didn't seem like, the way that they were talking, it wasn't like he said, so what's up with this nurse's ball? And she was like, oh my gosh, let me tell you about it
Right.
or
Well,
whatever.
and I feel like along those lines, like he would have overheard her talking to somebody else asking for it and have him be like, excuse me, what is this? I mean, you're telling me that Deception's not going to have any kind of
Right.
involvement with
It
the
would have
nurse's
made
ball?
it would have made more sense if he was at the hospital also for the dedication, just because it was a big deal for the whole town. So I'm assuming that
Mm-hmm.
anyone who wanted to go could go. If he would have been in the hallway and heard her stop Jordan and say, "Oh, Laura said you're our contact person for everything for the nurses' ball. This is what we're doing, blah blah blah," and then
Mm-hmm.
him say, "What is the nurses' ball? What's going on?" and her be like, "Oh my gosh, blah blah blah." And then if he would have said, "I'll underwrite all of it, part of it, whatever," then she could have gone back to those same people who would have been filing, out through the hospital to leave to stop a group of them and be like, "Oh my gosh, this is the best news ever."
Right. And I feel like that's a very big risk to have one single donor because now you just made your co-owners of Deception probably pretty darn upset
Right.
because you also the nurse's ball is not Deception. However, Deception always has a place there. Corinthos Coffee always has a place there. Like they're always on the step and repeat and they're always identified as a sponsor. What happens if Sidwell's not around in a year? This is the first time with this guy.
Right, exactly.
And
And he's relatively
made all your
new.
other benefactors upset.
Yeah, right.
You just took something from them.
Right. And if this goes south, how are you going to continue working with him at Deception?
Mm-hmm.
So you are jeopardizing the nurse's ball moving forward and you're jeopardizing your day-to-day business relationship with him.
Yep. Yep.
And like he didn't even ask. I know, we're to assume he has unlimited money, but he didn't even ask like how much is that to underwrite the whole thing? Like how much is that?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of, I'll donate 50,000. Oh, great. That covers, I know it doesn't, but that covers half of it. Okay. So we need one more donor or we need multiple donors to make up the additional 50,000 or whatever. Instead, he's just like, oh, I'll underwrite the whole thing with no idea. Like,
Right.
even if you had unlimited money, would you say that to somebody? I want a price quote first.
I would still want to know how much it was. Yes.
Yeah. So, mm,
Unless he said something about because he even asked, well, what's this even for? And then
mhm.
she explained about, the HIV and, how it's now more just like to continue that, but also just to, what is it for now, though, actually? She didn't really answer that.
Nope.
I mean, it still very well could be going to AIDS research. So, or treatment, ongoing treatment studies, whatever. I did like that they talked about how it's seriously something people really don't think about anymore in the way that, but when it started, it was when she shared about Stone and Robin. And yeah, did she actually answer that?
I don't think she did. I don't think she did. No, she got into the history of, how back then HIV was a death sentence, and
Yeah.
thanks to Alan, Robin was diagnosed and got the right treatment and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I don't think she said what exactly the funds go to now.
But yeah, so I think that's going to be really interesting to see how the nurses ball goes, I guess, next month. And I guess I guess we're done with the dedication day and the anniversary day.
Yeah.
Jordan is co-chair, and Laura just voluntold that she was going to do it.
Right.
There's a difference between she'll be my representative for the police department or for the government, for city hall, whatever. That just means that's your point person. That doesn't mean she is co-planning this entire thing with you.
Right, exactly. I'm excited though. I love seeing the different acts. I'm excited to see who do you think is going to perform with Gio? Because he has to perform. I wonder if Emma can sing.
He's just going to perform by himself the way that he posts all those videos that he does, killing it. He has to I want him to do it by himself. I want him to do it by himself.
I want him to do it by himself because I'm 100% with you because his performances are amazing. But I bet that they have him with Emma and Trina and Kai doing something.
I guess we'll see. Well, because what else was it? Jordan talked to Drew and Curtis?
Yes, because Drew was like, no, I don't want to do anything. And she was like, yeah, you're doing something. Yeah. Oh, if he does something with Willow, I'm turning it off. Oh my God.
No. Oh, she wasn't on this week.
She wasn't, but we saw Alexis talking to Drew, and he's like, guess what? I found a new mommy for Scout. I'm going to move in Willow and her kids, and it's going to be great. And Alexis was like, yeah, no, that's not a good idea. What are you doing? It's too soon. It's too much change. Not a good idea. And he, like he says to everyone else, was like, I just told you out of courtesy. I wasn't really asking for your permission or opinion. I'm going to move forward with this because it's what I want. And that's all that matters because I care more about myself than my child.
Yep. And Alexis even said she misses her brothers.
Right.
And he's like, I'm not the one who took them away. And I felt like Alexis at that point, she did say, like, I understand. I don't think she agrees. I think she was just like, I can't even start this fight right now.
Right. Exactly. I don't have the emotional bandwidth to do this.
Yep. Crazy. And then, this is why, okay, Monica has to die soon because I need the woman's last act to be.
That would be good.
Not allowing Drew to use the Quartermaine name.
Mm-hmm.
When that first happened, when Ezra Boyle comes and tells Drew, and you can never be the Quartermaine that you want because Monica, or you can't legally use it. And he said something about Tracy. He's like, nope. It was Monica.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, they're going to have her die.
Yeah.
Like I literally thought that they were going to have her die. And that's, yeah.
I agree. That would be a bold statement as her last act. Like, you're not messing with the Quartermaine name.
Mm-hmm. What else?
What is Lucky going to do with Christina?
I think he doesn't know right now either. He's just like, right now, he just needs to focus on Liz and help her because so Lucky shows up to the accident because it was Ava's car.
No, it wasn't. Ava lied. She lied. She lied to that guy. Absolutely. She suspected that something was up because she had already talked to Rick, and Rick said, when I hit those brakes, there was nothing.
Okay. Yeah. I did watch that, but I was like, but wait a second. Now it is her car.
It is
but
not
I could see her saying that he could use her car.
I could too, but it was not her car.
Okay. Yeah. So Rick woke up when Ava came to visit him, and Alexis had originally told her to get out of the hospital so she doesn't help or doesn't upset Molly and Christina, and she did.
She did. I felt torn. I see both sides to that because Alexis is just trying to protect both her daughters. And in this case, it's not just Christina. Like, I know, they portray it all the time as Alexis looks out for Christina more than Molly, but Molly was upset by her being there also.
Right.
So Alexis saying, Ava, you have to leave. You're upsetting both of my daughters. Get out. I understood that, but I also understood that Ava, as gross as it is in a relationship with him. And so she's concerned and has a right to be there. It is a public place, blah, blah, blah. I feel like at that point, Alexis should have said, listen, we're all adults here, but again, those are my girls. I need to protect them. So I will take them. I will make sure that they are downstairs in the cafeteria from 3 to 4, and you can go visit Rick then or something. Because just expecting Ava to stay away is unrealistic, but at the same time, having that interaction is not helpful for anyone. And so, yeah, she should have just sucked it up, realized that it wasn't going to go exactly how she wanted, and came up with an alternate plan. Because I do feel like Ava would have respected that, because that's what she said to Lucas. Is somebody in there? Okay, I'm going to steal this opportunity to see him, but like, I'm not trying to upset anyone. I just want to talk to him.
Right. She just wants to see that he's okay.
Right, exactly. But yeah, I just don't know. Like, I feel bad for Lucky. I don't know what he's going to do. He knows that she had something to do with whatever happened. She's not hiding it at all, like with her reactions and her outbursts. Luckily, Molly and Alexis didn't hear everything she was saying whenever they walked into the chapel. But she's, more distraught than what would be normal for her or Rick, of all people. So it's going to come out. And Lucky, I don't know how Lucky is even going to try to protect her, because Liz was in that car.
I don't think he's going to. I think just right now he's just focusing on Liz.
Yeah.
They're both alive, so there's nothing he really has to do right now. If she had died,
right,
that's a whole other thing. Because he tells her to go back to Charlie's, though.
He tells her to go back to Charlie's before he knows that it's Liz in the car. He says, go back to Charlie's, go into the stock room and pretend like you were inventorying all this time. Because then she comes out and says to Molly, oh, I was doing inventory, sorry. And Molly's like, oh, I could help you. And she's like, no, it's a complicated system or whatever. And then they sit down to have drinks with Cody and Mac. And that's whenever,
that was sweet.
That's whenever she got the call, whenever Molly got the call. So
Christina and Lucky have not seen each other since.
Right.
Ooh.
But then we also saw, like, Ava's quick to realize that something's wrong, because Rick says, when I went to hit the brakes, there were no brakes. But on top of that, we saw that Rick opened his eyes for a minute after the accident, and he saw Christina. So she's going down. Like, there's no way to save her, even with Lucky's quick thinking. And even if he tries to say, oh no, I know she was in the stock room, like Rick saw her.
Well, and I can't believe that Molly believed her, because she had just asked the new bartender where she was, and he said, I haven't seen her. If your manager is doing stock, because you have to make sure that you have what you need, because if you run out, that's tough luck, because if they haven't counted it yet.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's in the middle of inventory, sorry.
Yeah, like inventory isn't just, this is going to happen right now. It's a planned out thing.
Right.
But Molly gives Cody a hard time about him being at the bar and not causing a scene.
Yes. They're cute together. But what I don't understand is where is TJ? Did they tell us that he went somewhere?
No.
Okay. So we have hospital wings being dedicated. We have major car accidents, including his wife's partner's whatever's father being in this horrible accident, and he's not showing up at all. Like, that's not TJ. That's not TJ at all. If he's there, he would come and check on Molly. He would come and check on Rick. But I don't remember them ever telling us that he went away.
I don't think he went away either.
He just moved out or whatever, and that was it. Or she moved out, and that was it.
I think he's off contract now, though.
Well, that's dumb that they didn't give us some type of something. They could have said
there's not any kind of a TJ is now going to some kind of a seminar or a symposium that he's
Exactly. Or,
he's
a special like internship somewhere to learn some new skills or something. He's gone. Yeah. No.
Yeah. He's just gone.
Yeah, I really don't like that, because they should have said he was somewhere. You should have seen Jordan call him and say, hey, FYI, Molly's dad was just in this really bad accident. And then at least seen him text her and be like, hey, I heard about your dad. Hope he's okay. I'm here if you need anything. Done.
And even though they're not married, they still have a legal partnership.
Right. Exactly.
So there still has to be a legal dissolvement of that partnership.
Right, which they could do all through lawyers and paperwork and stuff, but they were in a relationship since they were teenagers.
Right.
You wouldn't just be like, oh, okay, you moved out, our baby died, I'm done, and never talk to her again. Like that, I don't know. It's a disservice to that character, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe I'd missed it, because sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Anyway.
If you did, I did.
All right, well, that makes me feel better, because usually we don't miss this exact same thing.
You know what I did cry during this week, though? When Lucky was talking to Liz.
She reminded me of you whenever she was like, yeah, I need to heal for 3 months, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, no, they said 3 to 6 months. And she was like, no, I'm a fast healer. I'll be fine in 3 months. I was like, you don't get to pick that. But it reminded me of something you would say.
I mean, like the fact that I went to a closing the Monday after my surgery on a Friday.
Exactly.
It was recorded 2 days later. There was no reason that I couldn't, though, so I did. We were prepared for me to not to, but it didn't happen.
I saw you and Liz with that comment, because she was like, no. But yeah.
He could be hovering over me saying about how he loved her and fell in love with her the moment that he met her, and he's gonna love her forever. And then she woke up and so thankful they did not give her amnesia.
Yes. Oh my God. Thank God. Yeah.
But they did not.
I'm sorry. If Lucky was offering to take care of me, I might take 6 months to a year to heal.
However, and even though he has been saying it and he has been proving it through action so far, the track record is she can't count on that.
Right.
And I'm glad she didn't, because maybe in that situation I would not have. But like when he went and got stuff and she was like, can you fold this? And then he started to, she's like, oh my gosh, he folds that way. And then took it. It's like, yeah, but especially when you're a single mom, like you learn how to do stuff on your own, and it's not control thing. It literally had to be done. I had no one else to do it but me.
Right. So, exactly.
I'm not that. See, people always ask this. Like, I like things organized and I like them, but I'm not like so dedicated that it has to be my way. It's just literally like I tell the family, I'm like, tell me where you would go to find this, and I can create a plan around it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, I just need to know. And everyone's like, well, how do you fold the towels? Like, JD had a better way of folding towels, so we fold his way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. I really don't care.
As long as it gets done.
Yeah. And it's correct in some form. If it's not messy, if it's not just everything's thrown on the floor,
Right.
All the cups are together, all the dishes are together, as long as it's not like a big mishmash, it doesn't matter which cabinet they're in.
Yeah.
As long as they're together.
Exactly.
But JD did do that to me, though, with wrapping presents.
Oh, you have said that he's the better wrapper.
Our very first Christmas was he watched me wrapping the presents and he told me to stop. And he took over, and I don't wrap presents anymore. I'm not good at it. I'm thankful he is.
That is a handy skill to have. Ryan's handwriting is way better. That like his is beautiful. Like I feel like people would pay him to like write things out for him. His handwriting, it's always been beautiful. And my handwriting looks like a third grader's. So anytime that we have to sign anything now, I'm like, you have to sign this. You have to sign this. Like,
there's a business opportunity here for our guys to work together.
There you go.
Just saying.
Yes, that is a great idea.
Mm-hmm. We'll set that up for them.
All right. I'm in.
All right.
But yeah, sometimes other people do have better ways. But whenever you're a single mom, you don't have the opportunity to find that out because you're doing everything yourself.
Right.
So
what else happened?
I don't like that they just suddenly had Marco. That's his name, right?
Oh,
Just sudden, like, again, I feel like we should have heard Diane and Alexis talking about looking for a new partner the past few weeks or something. Because he just like knocked on the door and is like, hey, I heard you need somebody. Here's my resume. And she's impressed with it and whatever, which is great. But like they just opened their own partnership, which made it sound like it was just the two of them for the foreseeable future. So I wish that wouldn't have came out of like nowhere. But the internet was right. Like all the
attorneys do it really differently though. So like he's not going to automatically have his name on the
right. But just like in their practice, they didn't say they were looking to add anyone in any way.
And we didn't see that they were so overwhelmed with clients that, oh my gosh, we need to get a paralegal in here or something, you know?
Exactly. But all of the Facebook fans were correct that he ended up being Jen's son.
Oh no, see, I thought that they were only saying that, and we know that Natasha and Sidwell were married, but we have not actually heard him say that he is Blaze's dad.
Right.
And so assuming that Marco was Blaze's brother, I don't felt like that automatically meant he was Jen's, because when he went to Windermere to meet him, I was like, oh no. And then when he said, what are you doing here, Mom? I was like, oh, so is Sidwell also Blaze's dad?
That's what I assumed.
Different dads?
I don't know. Yeah, I kind of assumed, but I guess they didn't tell us that for sure.
I don't think they did.
But why else is he going to see him?
Right. Unless, well, no, he's definitely Natasha's son.
Right, because he said mom.
Yeah, because her brother that we know from what we've heard is, well, he is gay, which we know.
Right.
But I thought that it was the family didn't accept it.
Right.
And I feel like if Sidwell did not accept it, that it wouldn't matter if his son was an attorney.
Right, exactly. Like, I don't know. The pieces just feel weird because it made it sound like they were all estranged because of the brother. But then it seems like now suddenly the brother is moving there. Like, it's not like he's moving there for Lucas. Like, even though it was like, oh, that's a coincidence Lucas lives there, he wasn't moving there for Lucas. So I'm assuming he's moving there because he has some type of something for his dad. So now they're getting along? Like...
And we learned they're divorced because of what Natalia did. Why did I say Natasha? I'm just messing up names left and right. It's Natalia.
Natalia, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, sorry.
You're good.
But yeah, she's who wrecked the family.
Yeah.
What did she do?
But I'm excited to find out.
It's so bad that you have Sidwell yelling at you for it.
Yeah, he was like broken up.
And then Sonny showed up to Windermere because I think he went to talk to him about, hey, what's going on with this whole nurses ball thing, right?
Yeah, and asking about, did he know the
Zelinsky. Yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about that.
Well, I don't know what that girl's doing. She's like, hey, first I'm going to talk to Trina about everything with Emma. Like, you should know that Trina and Emma are friends, but they're not that good of friends that she would have secret information. And even if she did, she's not going to tell you. Like, you don't have a subpoena that she has to answer you or whatever. So
but she did offer information about Ava. So that's where she even said, she's like, but I know that you answered about Ava, so I know that you tell the truth.
Okay. That makes more sense. But I still feel like she doesn't know enough about Emma that she would speculate, and and there's no reason that she would know facts yet because they're not that close. But and then she sits down with Sonny and is like, "Oh, Sonny, you're going to talk to me without Diane. Like, you know, you're not going to get real answers from him. You like answered your own question. Diane's not here, so yeah, he's not going to give you too much information."
Right. And Sidwell told Sonny that he doesn't want him dead. He wants like the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So what do Sidwell and Sonny have in common though? Like, what common enemy do they have? But I still don't believe it because Sidwell watched his penthouse blow up.
Right. And he wants to be involved in deception that Sonny is involved in.
Yeah.
So I don't know what his issue with Sonny is.
He wants the exact opposite of getting rid of him.
So he wants to work with him? But Sonny doesn't do the bad stuff that Sidwell does.
Mm-mm.
So he's not going to work with you, bro.
Oh, and they decided officially to work with him.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Natalia should have been having that conversation with him before they met with him to ask, you're not going to hurt my friends, right? Well, they've already signed the contract. And I know she's saying there's like final details or whatever, but they've already signed the contract.
Right. I did like her and Tracy saying, I'm not voting on this. Are you crazy? Like,
Yeah. I don't want any part of this.
Nope. What else? Oh, but Sonny and Jason were wherever they were, Toronto.
Yes.
Talking to that Selinsky guy again, and he and Jason started fighting, and Jason pushed him off him, and he fell and cracked his neck right on the step up of the apartment.
Yes.
And he died.
He did.
So they couldn't get any more information out of him.
But they swept his apartment, and anything that they bought, anything that they found, they were going to bring back to Brick to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Do a deep dive. So I don't know what they're going to find. Oh, Brad went to Portia and was like, hey, can I have some more favors from you? And she was like, no, actually, I'm going to fire you because you already broke your promise because you weren't supposed to tell anyone anything. And your aunt, apparently, well, she didn't know it was his aunt, but Drew has information. And then Brad was like, oh, yeah, that must have come from my aunt. And so.
Oh, he was not as calm about it, though.
No.
Poor Brad. He literally did not do anything wrong. That's the worst part.
Right. He didn't do anything wrong except for he shouldn't have thrown Portia's information, like thrown Portia under the bus to get out from Miss Wu.
Oh, no, absolutely. Okay, so he did that. But like to even be in the situation to begin with, he did nothing wrong.
Right.
He did his job.
Yes, exactly. So, but I'm glad that she, like, I know it's for manipulation purposes, but I'm glad that she said he could stay on at the hospital just if she needs anything, he has to hook her up.
Yep.
So.
Oh, and Jason went and talked with Lucas about Carly.
Yes.
Jason's scared because, I mean, he even said, like, I don't know the people she's getting involved with. I can't protect her.
Right. And I liked that he was offended because Lucas was like, yeah, I mean, she usually deals with dangerous people like you, blah, blah, blah. And Jason was like, you think I'm the same as the WSB? And he was like, no, that's not what I meant.
Yep.
But even Carly questioned, like, they were having breakfast together, lunch, whatever. And he got a call and walked away. And then he couldn't give her information. And she was like, look, we got to find, like, the right lineup here because I don't expect for you to tell me all of your WSB business, but at the same time, you're being shady and I don't know what to think of that.
Well, especially where she's like, the WSB has literally never been involved with Sonny. So what is happening? Like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
And he should know that. And she's not that stupid.
She's not. Oh, we saw Joss not being stupid. She did good. She reported back to Brennan that guy got a package from the girl at the coffee shop. So, and they're like, oh yeah, you passed.
Because she pays attention to where people get their coffee from.
Right. And that switch off was like totally, they did not do a good job. That was not like on the sly.
No. I mean, I should be a WSB agent.
You should.
There were so many things that like she was talking about. Oh, because she said something about how the past like 3 people walked out with croissants. So that must mean that they're good. I'm like,
it's a coffee shop that sells pastries. Of course, people are walking out with croissants.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad that she's home. I'm interested to see the dynamic between her and Brennan with Carly around. Because, you know, it's easy to say like, oh, I'm not going to let this affect me. No one will know that we're working together. But that's her mom. And her and Carly, like, Carly's kind of a mind reader when it comes to her kids and knowing what's going on. I'm not thinking she's going to jump to, oh, you're working for the WSB. But I think that she's going to question, like, why do you and Brennan seem to have such a good relationship or know each other to this, like, different level?
Yeah,
for no
it's
reason.
weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I think the only thing that's left is Kai. He talked to Curtis about the surgery, and I think that was last week. And then this week he went and, oh no, I guess it was this week because Curtis told him to talk to Portia.
Yes. I did like
And
that.
then,
That seemed like sound reasoning. Like, oh, that's great, but why don't you consult with an actual doctor and see if it's a possibility?
right,
And I'm sure that Curtis felt like Portia is going to be cautious and not rush him into the surgery, but that was still better than Curtis just being like, no, Drew suggested it, don't do it.
right, exactly. But then Curtis and Drew talk about it, and he's like, "What the heck are you doing to this kid?"
Right. Why are you making promises that you don't know? And why are you offering to pay for things? That's just weird. Like, I know that we don't know Kai's parents because we haven't seen them, but I would like to see them just for that minute. Like, if my daughter came home tomorrow and was like, this guy that I've met like 3 times offered to pay for that surgery that I need, that's like thousands and thousands of dollars because our insurance won't cover it, I would have questions. Now, he did say he didn't talk to his parents yet whenever he went to Trina, but like when it gets to that step, I'm sorry, what exactly do you want from my son that you're willing to pay for all
Right,
of this?
right. Oh, you're a congressman that's being called cutthroat all over the place.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Like, how do you think that's going to go?
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay. I don't know.
I think
I
that
think
was
that's it,
everything.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do reality check.
So how was your week?
It was boring. Like, what did I do this week? I really can't think of anything exciting. On Tuesday, I'm going to my first hockey game, so I'm excited for that
Ooh.
upcoming. I have never been to one, so for Matt's birthday, that's what we bought him, was tickets for him and his girlfriend and Ryan and I to go to the hockey game
Aw.
because whatever team we're playing is another team that Matt likes. So it
Oh, that's
should be
awesome.
should be a good game. Like Matt will be happy no matter what side wins. So it should be a good game. But I'm excited because I have lived here for ever and ever and have never been to a Penguin game.
I've only gone to one, and I've never been to a Steelers game.
Oh, I've only been to one Steeler game, and that was
There
like
we go.
15 years ago or so.
Do you know who absolutely loves hockey, though?
Who loves hockey?
My daughter
Really?
loves it. She goes to the games all the time with like her dad and her grandfather all the time. Like
Oh,
she
that's
loves it.
crazy. Huh.
Yep.
Yeah, all my kids have gone because their dad's brother, well, their uncle, has seats like right on
Mm,
the glass. And so they've all gone and said how great it is. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, everyone knows I'm not really into sports, but I would like to experience it just because it's one of those
yeah.
things. So, and to get to go with Matt for his birthday with
Right.
the teams, like, yeah, so yeah, this week, maybe next week I'll have all kind of hockey tips to tell you because I suddenly fell in love with hockey. But for now, I'm just excited to go spend time with Matt. So
The guy I dated before, JD, was like obsessed with hockey. And so we went, and they're a very superstitious sport. I feel like most sports are, though, I guess.
hmm
And within the first period, Sidney Crosby got a high ankle sprain, and I had people texting me to leave.
Are you serious?
Like friends, I think that they were joking mostly, but at the same time, I'm not entirely sure. I was with him. He
Yeah,
wasn't telling
right.
me. I mean,
Right.
but well, he was that kind of a guy though that probably would have. But yeah,
Oh
I think they
man.
were just giving me a hard time, but they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's your first game and he just got a sprain. You need to go."
You're bad luck.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
funny. That's funny.
Um,
Well,
yeah.
hopefully nothing like that will happen when I'm there because I don't want to be known as bad luck either. But we'll see.
He did okay after that though. So
Yeah.
just a bit.
Mm-hmm. He made a nice recovery. You're good.
Exactly. He wasn't out forever.
No. But yeah, how about you? How was your week?
We had our last IEP meeting on Friday, which was weird because I've been doing them for 18 years.
You
And
need to
now,
celebrate that it's done. Like, I understand that it's weird because I remember the last one for my daughter, but like all of that feeling like you have to prove to the school why they need to help you or what accommodations your daughter needs. Like, you don't have to do that anymore. I know you have to do it
Yes,
for
I
other
do.
services.
I have to do it times like it's like an IEP on steroids now.
For other services, but not for just her, not for her educational needs
But the good thing
in
is
that
because of
way.
the school that she went to for the past, what will be 13 years, they've been, I've actually enjoyed the IEP meetings the past few years just because of all the progress that she has made. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing is like, I skimmed through it. I didn't like the past couple years. I haven't actually, I've had to read it, obviously, but like I haven't had to dissect it and make sure that
Yes.
every word is properly being used and couldn't be taken another way, that it could be misinterpreted and, you know,
Right.
not cover something. Um, but that's the thing is that, yeah, I mean, she's done soon, and we've been doing ISPs for
Mm-hmm.
a while, but now and I did a 4-hour webinar yesterday on the beginnings of, and like we've done them, but we've definitely not been, I think I shared we got like a new support coordinator and everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
this webinar yesterday 100% made me realize how badly things have been going and how
Yes.
much, like the fact that the support coordinator even introduced me to this webinar because she was like, here's a webinar that you can learn more about like waivers and stuff. And I was like, what?
Right. Right. Thanks for
You know,
actually giving me information for once.
and I'm sure that, I don't know. I mean, I know that this has been available. So like, why wasn't I looking for that? But I don't know. Um, but the people who do it, it's an organization that are families who are also living, like they live this life. So they get it.
Yeah.
Um, and they're talking about like all the details, and they're like, the ISP should be if something happened to you, somebody could pick it up and get a full picture of your kid. When I skimmed through mine, it's horrible. They're
Yeah.
like, her plans should be in there, her hopes, her wishes, her dreams. It's like it's supposed to be like a very, very detailed document. I'm like, we have like one lines for
Mm.
most answers, and it's all she lives at home with her family. She would like to live at home with her family. Well, initially she has to, I mean, she's not that
Right.
independent yet, but our ultimate goal is for her to be as independent as she can. And if that means she can live on her own, then I want that to be that she can live on her own. And we've always been very vocal about that.
Right. Right.
I don't think I've ever once said she'll never be able to live on her own. It's always been if she can, she will.
Right. I mean,
You
that's the
know,
whole point of being a parent is to raise your kids for them to go out and do as much as they can do. You understand that
right.
she has limitations that may change that timeline, but at the end of the day, you're definitely not trying to hold her back, like because
Right.
not that you don't want her there, but you don't want her there if she doesn't need to be there.
Right. I mean, I want her to be as independent as she possibly can. I don't want her to rush into it. I'm not going to let her fail.
Right.
So, um, I hope everyone knows what I just meant by that. She obviously has to fail, but I'm not just going to say, here, go ahead. Good luck
I don't
paying your
think
bills.
I don't think the word fail is the right word. I think you mean settle. You're not going to let her settle for less than she is capable of achieving on her own.
Yes. Yes.
She's going to
Like, I'm not
fail.
just going to put,
Everybody
yeah,
fails. And that's the normal part of life. And she's going to succeed because that's a normal part of life. But I think that settling, unfortunately, is something everyone does of every disability or ability, however you want to word it.
this is the
you
bare
know,
minimum we can give. It should be
air
enough.
air quote normal people
Yep.
settle because they're scared to push harder or they don't have the support that they need to achieve what they are capable of. And
Yeah.
you have always been a great advocate for your daughter, and so you are not going to let her settle because it's easier to just take this level of accomplishment whenever you know that she is able to do so much more. And when she reaches her max level of ability, you will be proud of her because that's what she's done, whether it's the same as another child, again, air quote normal, or
Yeah.
with some limitations or whatever. So
Right.
you're a great mom. You know that. You don't need me to tell you that. So
I appreciate it though, because sometimes, I mean, sitting through this webinar yesterday, I was just like, should I have known this for the past few years? Should I have been doing more? It's hard.
No, because you can't know everything, and it's not. That's the reason that those people are in those positions, is because it's not your job to know everything. You're
Right.
supposed to, it's kind of like in normal, again, air quote, normal life. I go to the doctor to diagnose my pneumonia because I need them to diagnose it, because I'm not a doctor. I'm not supposed
Right.
to be, because I'm not. And so
Right.
it's the same thing with any help that she needs, you know, unfortunately, having a special needs child, you do need to do more work, because you have to know where to look for resources and advocate for those resources and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, ideally, you're supposed to be able to call those people and say, your job is to do this. I need you to
Right.
do this, and then do that.
Well, so that's the good thing, though, is that because we replaced two of the providers, and I actually shared this during the IEP meeting because one of the new providers was able to be on. And after he hopped off, I was like, can I just tell you how great he is? I said, we met him for the first time. I think I talked about this last week because we met him for the first time on a Thursday, and our new support coordinator was in that same meeting. And I wasn't expecting her to be, but that they work together. And I'm like, you
Right.
guys
You
are
said
doing,
that she showed up and had already sent over information that
yep.
you were not expecting to
Well,
receive
no, that was
for,
another time. That was another time. This
Oh,
was like
that's
just our
awesome.
first, I know, like she's actually doing these things. And um, they were like, okay, I'll look into this and I'll look into this. And then he got to us on Monday and was like, hey, do you guys have time to talk today or tomorrow? I have an update. And I'm like, I didn't have to follow up with you in 3 weeks to get an answer
Right.
on something.
Send how
I'm like,
many emails?
right. And I'm like, and this guy is in the same exact position in the same exact organization that the previous
Wow.
person who has been causing a lot of difficulty is it.
Yeah.
So it's hard because he's amazing. And I just keep being probably ridiculously I don't feel like you can be over thankful, but yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, no, you guys are going to know for
That's awesome.
for a while how appreciative I am of you because it's you guys are actually getting me answers. I don't even have to check on you. I don't even have to follow up. Like it's amazing. So it's like
Yay.
they're actually doing what I have been told is, and you're exactly right. They're supposed to be able to, oh yeah, this is my job. Let me find out that information for you and let's go over it.
Right.
So
Well, I'm
especially
glad that,
whenever it comes to services, because they're the ones who can discern between the differences and know, hey, this one's going to be limited here, but if you look into this one, it might be limited now, but it'll open up in the future, stuff like that.
right.
So
I'm
yeah,
glad you finally have Stella level of care.
I know it has.
Oh, quickly. My favorite quote of the week was Carly talking to Lucas, and she was like, I don't feel like I have to explain myself. I'm tired of everyone questioning me. Everyone and their cats are asking. And I'm like, where did that expression come from? Everyone and their cats is questioning you on your relationship. And I like
right.
rewound it to listen again because I was like, she could not have said cats. Like, and I'm hoping I didn't mishear it because that'd be really funny. But I like listened to it twice, and I'm almost 100% positive she said everyone and their cats are asking me about this relationship.
See, that's when I throw on the closed captions.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think of that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But if she didn't say cats, now I really want to know what she said, and then I'll really feel like laughing at myself that I thought that's what she said.
Well, it's the
But
same thing as
I was positive.
Kid and kin. Remember when
Oh,
we had that
yes,
whole
yes.
I think that's actually when I started throwing on the closed captions because I'm like, nope, I'm going to make sure of this now.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of it, but that's okay. Everyone can make fun of me if I was wrong, but I'm almost positive she said everyone and their cats. And I'm like,
That's
I've never
funny.
never heard that as an expression before, but now I'm going to absolutely use
Gonna
it.
be one now.
Whether it's right or wrong, I will be using that now.
I like it. But
But
yeah, so I mean that was really my week was just like a lot of getting stuff done for her and getting ready for okay, I messed this up. I was talking to somebody and they were asking about my son. And I was like, oh, he's graduating in 2 months, blah, 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 blah. And then Erica and I are sitting at the kitchen table yesterday morning or Friday night or something. And I looked at the calendar and I went, it's 1 month. He's graduating
mm,
in 1 month, not in two.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to talk about how that makes you feel because then you will start crying again.
Yep.
So, for all the
Yeah.
good reasons, but yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy this time of year. I feel like this time of year and just this year in general is.
Yeah. You have a lot going on, like big milestones for your kids.
Oh, big milestones. I'm tired. But yeah. So join us on Thursday as we continue talking about Lucky and Liz.
Have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to peer54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Peer 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.